Okay, in last step, we have seen the step number 1 that is related to the first one to calculate the size of the footing. That part we have completed by considering the loads come on the column number 1 and column number 2. So based on this, WA plus WB into 10% of its self weight, that is the total load, divided by its SBC, that is the slab bearing capacity. From that we have calculated the cross section area of the footing, and after fixing the cross section area of the footing, we have calculated the length and the width of the footing. If the square section is there, then that is the LA into A, that is square root of area, we get directly the L into B. And if there is a rectangular footing over there, then we have to consider the length or the width, and then remaining part will calculate length or the width. एक त्या ठिकाणी सिलेक्ट करायचे, लेंथ असेल किंवा विड्थ असेल त्या ठिकाणी एक सिलेक्ट करायचे, रिमेनिंग तुम्ही एरिया डिवाइडेड बाय L केला तर you will get the B, or the area divided by B केला तर you will get directly as a L. So based on this, now next one is to find out the offset distance of the footing. तर offset distance of the footing आपल्याला कसं calculate करायचे, that we will calculate to find the offset distance of the footing. For that already we know WA WB, that is the weight of the column on A, column B, and from that WA plus WB, that is the total load, WB into L, that is the divided by WA plus WB, directly will get the X bar. Okay, X bar and the LF, that is the, we see from the figure, that is from that figure you will get there is a that distance is a X, that distance from that total distance is a X, that is nothing but a X distance. Again, that is the total width of the footing, that is the total width of the footing. Again, that is the total length of the footing. Okay, from the face, that X is that is the X distance over here. You can check this side. That is the distance X, and that is the column number 1 and the column number 2. This is a total footing, that is the total footing. From that footing there is a 1, that is the column number 1, and the column number 2 are raised, and from that X is the center of coincidence, that is the W1 and W2, that two loads are there, and from that we have calculated the value of X from the face. Okay, so that is nothing but a X bar is equal to WB into L divided by WA plus WB. From that X bar will get, that is from the face of the footing. Okay, next one is to go for the calculating the upward net pressure. Okay, now already I know the area. Second one is the we have to calculate the upward pressure intensity. So how to calculate it? The shape bearing capacity is equal to load divided by area. The shape bearing capacity काय असते? Shape bearing capacity is equal to load divided by area. तो load कुठला घेतो आपण? WA plus WB. तर यामध्ये आपल्याला जर फॅक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी जो घ्यायचा आहे, आपण फॅक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी किती 1.5 हा अज्युम करतोय. म्हणजे किती झाले बघा, QSF is equal to, or the net bearing capacity is equal to KA plus QB into 1.5. That is the factor, that is the factor of safety 1.5 divided by the cross section area, that is the AF. So from that directly we get the upward pressure on the length. Okay, you have not written this step number 2 and 3, so all of you write down the step number 2 and 3. We'll move towards the next step. Write down this step to find the offset distance of footing, that is the X bar, WB into L upon WA plus WB. X bar plus A1 is equal to LF by 2. LF is the length of the footing. Next one is to find the net upward pressure intensity. How to calculate this net upward pressure intensity? Load divided by its cross section area. Load is column load किती आहे आपला WA plus WB into 1.5 is nothing but 1.5 is the factor of safety divided by its cross section area. So we'll get the upward net pressure. Okay, that is the diagram that you have to show. This distance as a X distance from this point, that is the center line of this column, and from the center line of the column to the center line of the first column, that is the distance X, and that we have to calculate. A1 is nothing but that column number 1 center line of the column, and the face 1, that is the A1 value. A2 is nothing but that is the column number 2, and the face of that footing, that distance is A2. Total L is the total length of the footing is L, and total width of the footing is B. X is the center line of the distance between the center line of the footing and the center line of the column. So draw this diagram. That distance is the X distance. That distance is the X distance from the center of the footing towards the center of the column. Distance between two is the X. Again, there is L is nothing but a width of the footing. B is the width of the footing. L is the length of the footing. And distance between this column, that center to center distance between this column is small l. A1 is nothing but a column number 1 and key face of the footing, that is the A1. A2 म्हणजे काय? Center line of the column number 2 and the face of the footing, that is the A2 value. A and B, that is the A number column number 1, B is the column number 2. Okay, so now we'll move towards the next point. So bearing capacity, that is the QU, upward net pressure per meter length. That part is completed. Load divided by cross section area. QU into BF. That QU is the bearing capacity, upward bearing capacity, into BF is the width of the footing per meter length. If that already we know the area and the load on the column, if we know, into multiplication of factor of safety, from that if we get the upward net pressure, so per meter, if we calculated the upward pressure per meter length, then per meter length matlab L is equal to 1. What will be here? That B and the L is nothing but L is equal to the 1, then remaining that upward pressure will become as a QU into BF. That is the cross section area of the footing. Next, that is the structural analysis that we have to make in the step number. Next step, that we will calculate the shear force and bending moment. You can see that is the footing from starting to the end. These are the WA, WB, these are the columns which are resting on this footing, and based on this resting of the footing, we have to calculate the shear force and the bending moment diagram of that footing. So draw this figure, draw this diagram of shear force and bending moment, diagram of combined footing. Draw the diagram of the shear force and bending moment, diagram of the combined footing with the column load WA, WB, and the footing which is having the load of the column A and B. If you have completed, we'll move towards the next slide. Shear force and bending moment diagram. Okay. Now next step is to go for the calculation of the effective depth of the footing, that we have to calculate effective depth of the footing. In that effective depth of the footing, we have to calculate the depth, that DC, that is the clear cover, we have to take as a 50 mm, phi is equal to 20 mm, that we have to assume. And in the footing, shear is more critical than bending moment, so the depth of the footing should be provided when as 1.2 to 1.5 times the depth required from the bending moment consideration. So we'll calculate the depth of the footing over here. So all of you write down this step to calculate the effective depth of the footing. This all related the combined footing steps and whatever the problems already Gosavi sir has completed in the DCS second. But still we have to go for this as the syllabus of our part of RCC, pure RCC. So calculate the depth of the, write down this calculation step of the depth of the footing. Okay. So now we'll move towards the next step, that is to check the depth from. आता बघा आपण या ठिकाणी depth calculate केली, that is the depth of the footing. So now we have to check the depth, if that depth is safe or not for one-way shear or the two-way shear, that we have to calculate over here. Okay, for that purpose, that x1 u1, okay, v1, that is the check for the depth from the one-way shear. That is the formula over here. That is the tau u is equal to tau divided by bd. That is the b is nothing but a width and depth of the footing. That criteria is over here. So all of you write down this step also. You will see in detail at the time of the problem. X1 is the, where X1 is the center distance between the center of the footing towards the center line of the column. BF is the width of the footing. DF is the depth of the footing. QU is the nothing but that is the self bearing capacity of the footing. And from that we have to calculate the we have to check the depth whether it is safe or not for the one-way shear over here. Okay.
Hard copies, right?
Check the depth from the one-way shear. That two-way shear and one-way shear for both this we have to calculate the depth. We have to check the depth whether depth is safe or not. So okay, here we will stop here for this today's practical. Remaining part we'll see in the next practical.